the Jewish history. The gods, and then the god Sin, that was the god of the Jews, or Yahweh, or Jehovah, built temples for himself, and he had the Levites, and who's the other tribe?
Manasseh.
Yeah, that served the temples.
Yeah. Do we need to put air in the tires? Sorry.
No, that's okay. Yeah, the connection between the ancient history and modern history has all got to do with, in those days, what was not the Levites, which was the servants of the temple, then the Knights Templar, and then Freemasons. These are all linked, and they all go back to Enoch.
Okay.
Yeah, who was quite a knowledgeable chap, who wrote down quite a lot of science was given to him by the gods, and a lot of knowledge. He was airlifted, and he was shown the world from a different perspective.
From the sky. Okay.
And also the gods' worlds. They showed him what Jerusalem looked like. It was full of jewels and golden streets. So now if you go...
But Jerusalem has a different place or a different time?
Different time. So if you now take electricity at night and you show somebody that's never seen electricity, what would it look like from the sky?
Lightning.
It will be just golden streets and gems everywhere because of all this. If you fly over America today, it looks like a giant jewel-studded fruitcake. All the fucking electricity and shit that's going on there.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's part of the whole story. But that ancient knowledge was kept first by the Knights Templar that had to escape to America to run away from the Inquisition and the French king. He did kill the chief, Hugh de Payne, and his guys by torturing them to death. But yeah, that's also why all the founding fathers of America was Freemasons, and your Bill of Rights is written on Masonic principles. So that's why it's such a huge importance to America to adhere to this ancient wisdom that was encapsulated into the early, let's say, colonization and development of America. That's why there's so much symbolism in all the states.
What is that symbol with the G? It's like it looks like a compass.
No, that's God, and you have to believe in God, or the Creator God, or the Most High. To
be a Mason, you mean?
Yeah, to be a Mason.
Okay.
But that's not the. It's also important that you have you cannot be godless and have an appreciation for any life.
Right. Clearly.
Hence where we are now.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have to have a bigger appreciation of things, to want more, to want better, to want to better more people. To better yourself and to better society that way. Exactly. Yeah. Okay. I got you. And I think that's the basic tenet that rings true in all this.
It was like a garden gnome. You look like a garden gnome.
Say like a light dog is that a fucking big garden.
Oh, that's funny.
Is hy bietjie eintlik mooi geloop.
Ja.
Bliksem. Bittermund.
Yeah, so that's the line, and I think in that way, Inky still has a great, or the ideas that the god Inky had still has a great relevance for what Americans are doing today, and what the policies, it's international policies, it's policies with the rest of the world. It's policies as far as slavery is concerned, it's policies as far as black people, which are Inky's people. They created them to work in the mines first. They were created first, you know. And then modern white people came with Marduk, which is the reason why we've had all these wars against the German and the Axis nations.
Was Marduk, didn't he have Aryan ties?
Yes, he was
Aryan.
He was Aryan. He was the father of the Aryans.
So is that the whole Aryan black person feud, kind of? Is like...
Yes, that's fucking historic. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
That's why they will never, ever be the same.
So what's the problem with the Jews?
No, the Jew was alienated quite recent in history.
Okay.
I mean, they are all Jews. All the tribes went back. The Saxons are Isaac's sons.
Yeah.
Yeah. So those are all tribes of Israel, and Marduk was very much part of that whole.
Before the revolt.
Yeah. So, and just with the Advent, the Jews only started to be alienated when the Roman Empire decided to adopt a pseudo form of Christianity as a cover-all religion to cope or help them in their ruling of all these different and diverse nations that they have conquered.
Okay.
As God slayers, you know, because the most heinous crime in the Roman Catholic Church is.
Just put this by your feet. Oh, where did you have it just now?
No, it's fine. You can put it there.
Alright, thank you.
Super.
Is to be a God slayer or somebody that kills a god.
Ow!
It's also an ancient crime that comes down time. I mean, if a person would kill a god, then he would obviously be in the old. I mean, if you think of the prehistory that we're talking about, fucking probably fucked him up properly.
Oh, look at the little kids.
So I think so there should be. That's why there is so much relevance in America and England fighting against these guys.
Right, so it's not just us against the Queen.
No.
Okay.
You are still very much affiliated to the Queen by the same principles that gave her her crown.
Yeah, but okay.
God principles.
Right.
Or God principles.
Now let me ask you a question.
Not religious principles, but historic.
Why do you think some people are open to hearing about this kind of stuff, and other people, when talked to, just shut it off, or like they're so like they won't even listen to it, or they can't hear it, or they fall asleep, or whatever? Like, is it because some people can't understand this simple nugget of knowledge, or is what is it? I mean,
okay, you must understand that, like all experiments that's being done, religion is an experiment that's being done on humans, and it's all got to do with breeding and culling. So religion are culling anybody that have a free thinking gene, or anybody that wants to know for himself.
Right.
They don't want that. So and if you're fearless, if you're not scared, it's not easy for people to explain religion to somebody that's not scared.
Right.
Because you don't fucking scare easy.
Yeah.
How can you be scared of something that you cannot see?
Right.
You understand what I mean?
Yeah,
it's the daftest fucking thing. I tell my kids all the time, I said, fuck, how can you be scared of fucking something that you don't see? If you see the lion, you can be scared of it. If you don't see it, fuck, it's not a problem.
You don't think the unknown is enough to scare? So yeah, no, I get it.
Yeah, but
it's
you
like,
can't see it. If you
yeah.
don't know it, how
Yeah,
the
so
fuck
why
can you
waste
be
your
scared?
time?
Yeah,
Why waste your
what's the
time?
timing?
What a waste of fucking energy, huh?
Yeah. So now you shit scared and you stay
For
shit
nothing.
scared and you want to be shit scared and you're going to be shit scared and you are and for fuck's sake. Okay, but it's like, remember we talked about the disease just a little bit briefly
Yeah.
in our discussions. If you look at the plague, everybody that survived the plague in Europe had a certain genetic makeup.
Yeah.
So that's like breeding.
Okay.
You understand? So
Yeah. Ow!
there's a lot of people that say that there was a lot of sightings even in those days before the plague of alien spacecraft and UFOs and that the plague was seeded by explosion and UFOs on Earth.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You have a beer?
No, I'm still good, thank
Moet
you.
of niet de
Ja.
katmolder zo
Nee, ik heb nog in het staan.
You look like a fisherman.
Yeah.
Well, I love my fishing.
So I still think that a lot of what happens to humans today is relevant, like AIDS and the Zika virus and all of that.
It's all part of this experiment.
This is all part of
He's got the genetic makeup.
external input that are
So someone's tinkering with us.
all
obviously.
the time. It looks like
All the time.
Yes.
It's like
Well, I'm not saying yes or no, but I'm just
Right.
I'm just thinking in that direction.
Yeah,
So
sure.
That's me and my limited
Well, it's hardly limited.
take on, first of all, who are we? Where do we come from? Where are we going? I mean, those are very relevant questions that
Sure.
anybody needs to know before you get onto this car and we go
Yeah.
down the watch.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Wherever
yeah,
we think
yeah,
we're going,
yeah.
we're going to go somewhere else.
Exactly.
Someone's going to alter the plan.
Yes.
The plan was to check the baits and go back, but that didn't happen.
That didn't happen. So the same with humanity. If you look at where did humanity come from, why are we here, where are we going?
Is it done as a test of entertainment for the,
Some of it can be fucking a satire or entertainment. Yes,
or is
I
it for a
think so.
purpose? Is it to make us a
Sometimes-
better race, or is it just like to laugh at us?
Sometimes it is to make us better. Sometimes it is to take certain elements out of us. I mean, if you look at society, how it's going now, in a great way, I think the one side, the Marduk side, is getting a big hiding from the other gods at this point in time. You know, where in the older days, it's the Industrial Revolution was
Sure.
the other way.
Sure. So it's a
depending-
constant battle between Mardov and
the two powers to
right,
be.
right.
So
Can that be equated to good and evil?
No.
Possibly, no.
No, I don't think good and evil. I don't believe in good and evil. I believe in I don't even believe in the right and the wrong. I think it's all bullshit.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's a relative.
Okay.
Yeah, just like
Okay.
Seamus told me this morning, yeah, I went to this historical site. We've got the one take on the history and these guys have got the other take on the history. So, what are we talking?
Right.
En kuluma in Izingi, en Akona.
Look how skinny that dog is.
Okay, it's just at this mountain there's always a problem and they eat all the
Cattle.
calves. Yeah. We're getting closer down.
What about Seamus? He's not. Oh, look at the dogs.
Yeah, they're all on the seat now because Shane's not there. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Look at this skinny little dog. Oh, he's hungry. Oh my God, he's all bones. It's so sad. They don't feed their dogs. It's really sad. I'm gonna cry. Oh, princess, I'm gonna cry. Aww. Look at the dog, looking at the dog. Poor dog. So skinny. What's lightning?
I think lightning is just a form of energy that we know very well is made up by friction molecular friction.
So you think it's just a weather thing?
It's a weather thing.
Really?
I don't think it's some fucking god tapping someone else. I've seen lightning shoot up and down, so in an aeroplane. So I mean,
Okay.
um,
What about time travel?
yeah.
I mean, you know,
if you study physics, it is very possible, because time is a concept that we brought into physics, I think, erroneously to
give it some parameters, kind of like.
kind of try and parcel it for ourselves to make understanding
Yeah.
it easier.
Yeah.
But the concept of time now is being disputed in quantum physics, in all physics at this point in time. A lot of is being rewritten about what we want to understand. The mathematical possibility of time is being, as a line, is being disproved immensely, and so other dimensions must be possible, because time has to be directional. So other directions of time will give you the other dimension. You understand?
Okay, yeah.
That's a good example, but in nothing, time has to go somewhere. Otherwise, it's not time.
Yeah.
Hence, time travel.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Now, in a modern realm of thought, when God, it all starts. These books of creation all start with, in the beginning.
God created Earth.
Right.
Yeah, heaven and earth.
And it created it, and He created it in our form.
No, He created us in His form. Yeah, but He created us literally, and it's not the same God.
Right. No, I get that.
It was all heaped in one go by the Jews when they came back from Babylon.
Right. Why do they purposely confuse it with the language? Can we address the language for a second? And all the different languages and all the different... Hold on here. Got a moment here. Interesting.
All right, you're talking of the Babylonian story of confusing languages.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, why is it purposely...
I don't think it was purposely done, and I don't think that's just a crude explanation for some phenomena that existed today. Because how can you go from 1 to several thousand,
right,
in the paradigm that is given to you by the Jewish prehistory story?
Yeah.
It's impossible. So we have to explain the diaspora of all the peoples on earth in a way that...
Right.
Okay, what happened basically is that when every god was given his domain, his people went with him, and language developed there along different lines.
Sure.
Yeah. And they were so secluded from each other that very quickly they could not understand each other.
Right. So the Aramaic texts that are, the Dead Sea Scrolls and all the Old Testament.
Yeah.
King James gets his merry men together to fucking... Where are they going?
They're gonna walk over this mountain quickly.
With that local dude?
Yeah.
That was disgusting.
Sorry, excuse me.
It's okay. And the Game Scout?
Yeah.
And Moffat. And Zingy's staying with us.
Yeah.
I want to call him Ziggy, but that's not his name.
Yeah. So I think we misunderstand that. In a way, it's just this. What happened was the gods made a settlement and decided on that day that these gods would get that domain and that domain and that domain. And it was in that day that there was also a confusion, because the gods also created different languages, because they didn't want, not their people spoke to them in a particular way.
Okay.
And those people spoke in a particular way. But if you go further, you go back in time, all languages become one.
Right.
it's either Sumerian, Akkadian, Egyptian, very ancient languages, you know.
I mean, the Sumerian
Nou
tablets.
nou amba. Okay, nou toe jong. Fuck.
The Sumerian tablets, those are drawings. Yeah.
No, they're
It's a
written,
language.
No, they're cuneiform script.
Cuneiform,
Yeah,
right. What?
I mean,
I forgot my question.
they found so many fucking new tablets now with the Iraq war. They bulldozed that old.
Did they really?
Yeah, fuck. They found.
Wait, they did?
They found thousands and thousands. It's like pedigrees of families
What?
that's been left there and written out.
Wait a second.
With other words, the importance of your breeding was so important that they fucking
Wait a second.
documented that.
Is that what we were really doing there?
I don't know, maybe.
Or were we really looking for weapons of mass destruction
I don't know,
bullshit?
maybe, yes. I don't even think of it like that.
You
but
think
I
we
mean,
were after that?
No, I mean it's
Possible?
Just there. It's just there, and it's now being available because the war is there.
Right, but like we wouldn't have known that if so we just stumbled upon this findings.
Yeah.
I mean, we probably wouldn't have had any access to it before that, did we?
No, we didn't because these guys fucking closed their borders to us. And,
Right.
Yeah.
So,
But I mean, it's all.
you think they're after
it's
the
all-
ancient knowledge?
Okay, guys. No, they are definitely because all solutions to technology that we have today
Are in those
in those
tablets.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
So all the stealth technology that we have, the sound that we're using now, the lasers as weapons have been written down by the gods.
So maybe they didn't have the traditional weapons that we're looking for, like the chemicals and the shit like that.
No, they're
But the
other-
knowledge is in the hills there, and that's what we're after.
Yes, absolutely.
Son of a bitch.
So that, you know, that's what I'm saying. There is definitely, if you look at history today, there is definitely these two groupings, and there is definitely this, how can I say, two things that governs what we do.
Right.
So,
Wow. But I don't know. I mean,
yeah,
oh.
but that's why I think. Hey, Konna, stop it. Nee, das. Nee man, hulle nie gaan jag nie. Hulle gaan net kyk vir spore. That's why I think that we don't it may not be new interference, but it may be like the Templars when they got those ancient writings from the Levites
Right.
that created the understanding of the world that we are in a different context.
Right,
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why you have to go through 33 degrees or 7 days of washing and
But why 33? What's the significance of
no, there's
33?
no really significance in it.
Other than it's just the number they
symbolic-
liked.
Yeah, no. It's just that you have to. What then? What was the goal then after that? Then you can, if you were a Levite and you understood where you came from and you went through the 33 degrees, you could speak to God.
Oh.
You were clean, you had enough understanding. God, you had the basic knowledge of science.
Your own God or
The God.
The God?
The God.
The God that created Earth.
No, your
No,
own God.
sorry.
No,
I mean
your-
the Jew God.
The Jew God.
Okay.
Yeah. No,
But the Jew God is a God that's great for the people, but it's not
Yeah, it's
a main God. It's not an ancient
It's
God.
not the spiritual God that
Okay.
you're talking to in your head.
No, I
He's
I
a
get
real
that.
guy.
Right.
Yeah.
But he's not one of the
And
main gods.
You
Not-
won't know him if you see him on the street.
Yeah,
He will
exactly.
look
Okay.
like you.
Yeah.
So, but to be able to understand it in your first degree, you have to understand that there is certain things that you must know. In your second degree, you have to understand all the sciences and maths.
Okay.
And it's all ritualized in Masonic ritual. But if you take it seriously, you have to know that the earth is round. And that's written down when the fucking Templars were in Jerusalem. I mean, it's way before Copernicus.
Okay.
So,
You have to know the earth is round, you have to believe the earth is
No,
round.
the earth is round.
Right.
Yeah.
Because a lot of the shit that we're spewed in school,
Bullshit.
it's all bullshit.
Yeah. So why? I stood there after my second degree and I said to the guys, I mean, this is it. I mean, do you realize the mathematical principle of a point in a line? It's written down thousands and thousands and thousands of years by the Levites. Where did they get it? They got it from the gods.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody found it out. It's there. So our whole understanding of maths today comes directly from the gods.
Mhm.